Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax. This lighting is really doing it for me. Anyway, down to the motivational message for today. So, yesterday I talked about the power of cleaning your room, or just, living in a clean space and organization. And sorry, my watch keeps like hitting the light, so it's just like dancing around. Anyway, I talked about the benefits and the merits of having a clean space, organizing, that kind of stuff. And in that video, I talked about like how I started in a closet, and I was like, I'm just going to clean this closet. And then I move out through the house, and soon the whole house is clean. So today, as you know, we're talking about the power of the first step, or how do I want to label this? Sorry, I should have thought of this before I make the videos, but you're just getting the real, unfiltered, genuine, no filter, sort of thing. Okay, I want to call this something like taking the first step, or something like that. That sounds very like motivational and spiritual, but today we're just talking about it in terms of like a goal that you want to achieve. So, how do I want to start this? So taking the first step. So I talk to a lot of people. Just out and about. I was in the steam room or the sauna at the gym the other day, and I was talking with this veterinarian who just retired. He's like 71. We got on this long conversation about how he thinks like, not enough people are becoming veterinarians. And I don't know. I talk to a lot of people all the time, and I talk to people on social media. People message me. I love talking to everybody. And one of the common things that I get people talk to me about is like, man, like you go to the gym like every single day, like that's crazy. Like, how do you do that? Like blah, 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 blah. And then they say something along the lines of like, I would love to do that, but like, I'm just not in the right place right now, which I totally understand. Like, do not get me wrong. Like, I totally get that. And so the idea that starting a big goal is hard. Like starting anything is difficult. There's a lot of like, you need to like work it up in your head mentally. You need to focus. You need to have that time, the free time in the day in order to do that. You need to have the energy. Like, it's no good coming back after work and just feeling absolutely exhausted and trying to get to the gym. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. But humans have this really powerful ability of taking the first step. And that first step can be incredibly small. So, for example, if you want to eat healthy, just start by buying a bag of apples. If you like apples, buy a bag of apples, put them in a bowl right in your counter or whatever. And, when you walk by it during the day, you're like, oh, those look really good. I'm going to have one. And suddenly you're like on the road to eating healthier. And then you slowly apply more things. You remove the processed food out of your diet. And suddenly, before you know it, you are eating 80% healthier, or maybe 100% healthier, or maybe 200% healthier. But it has to start with these incremental steps. I didn't just go to the gym one day and then I've been to the gym every day for the rest of my life. Like, it doesn't work that way. How I did it was, I'd always had good experiences going to the gym. I like being physically active, those kinds of things. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go today. I'm gonna just learn some of the equipment. I'm not gonna do a whole lot. I'm gonna just, enjoy. And so I just explored. This was many years ago. And I just explored the gym, and I was just looking at all the different things. And, the equipment at my gym has these little QR codes, and you just scan them, and it takes you to a YouTube video of how the exercise is performed, what muscle group it targets, and the best amount of reps or whatever to use. So I just went around the gym, scanning these little QR codes, watching the video, and then trying them out. And I did that for like the first 3 weeks. And I didn't go every day. I went, every other day or something less than that. And basically, I just familiarized myself with the equipment. And I very slowly, gradually got into it. And I was just trying to constantly learn things. I was trying to be a sponge and soak up the knowledge, but I was just taking those early steps, you know, and I didn't have like a goal of like I'm going to be there every single day. I'm going to be such a gym bro. I'm going to, like I had none of that. I was just like I like going to the gym. I want to learn more and I want to feel comfortable here. And over the course of like I don't know, 4 or 5 months, I just became extremely comfortable there. Like I made friends, I hang out with people there at the gym. I got to know the staff, the routines, the different schedules, the different events that happen because there's all kinds of classes and workshops and stuff that happens there. Um, I went at different times during the day to find out like what time of day I wanted to go. Fun fact, I used to be a afternoon gym guy. I would want to go like after work and stuff like that. Now I am exclusively a morning gym bro. Like I want to be there early, get my workout done, head home, do what I got to do, and then go to bed. But you're gonna find stuff that you like, stuff that you don't like, whatever. But taking those first steps are really important, and just incrementally building up to what you're doing, that's really important because jumping into something and fully committing to like a diet, an exercise plan, a savings plan, a budget, whatever aspect of your life that you're trying to achieve, just jumping full turkey in doesn't lead to like a sustainable thing. You don't stick with things like that. Your body kind of rejects that stuff. But if you can gradually change it over the course of a few months, your body adapts to it and it becomes a habit. And so, when people ask me like, how do you do this? I tell them now, like, going to the gym every day isn't so much like me having to mentally be like, I gotta go to the gym. It's mentally hard for me not to go to the gym because it's my safe place, it's my comfortable place, it's where I feel happy. I like the results, I like working out, I like when my heart's absolutely bumping and pumping. And so for me, it has become something that I do every day, but it only started as these incremental little steps, like step by step by step. And so that's really important to incorporate into your life. And that's the goal, I think, is what I'm trying to say, is using these like incremental steps and just taking that first step. That is absolutely how you have to look at it. I remember reading a study about two groups of people who, one group just wanted to look better. They just wanted to look physically more attractive. And the other group was more interested in increasing their overall health, improving their cardiovascular health, improving their strength, those kinds of things. The group that was long-term studied, that was interested in just general health, ended up sticking with the gym like 40% or 50% more than the people that just wanted to look good. And we all work out for different reasons, but try and give yourself like a multifaceted reason for doing something, and if you can incorporate, like I said, like buying some apples, maybe when you're at the store next time and you're looking at the chips, you just decide you're going to buy one bag instead of three, or you're not going to buy chips today and you're going to do like some kind of alternative. There's lots of things you can do to switch it up and to sort of allow yourself that like make it easy for yourself before you make it hard. And just like when you're cleaning your room, like you start at one spot and you just say, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to make this one spot super clean and organized, and that's great. Or if you're a writer or something, you're just going to write one paragraph. You're going to write one really good paragraph. And 9 times out of 10, you'll write that paragraph or you'll clean that part of that room and you'll say, oh, I can keep going. I can do a little bit more. And before you know it, you've done like the whole thing. You've written a book. The whole house is spotless, whatever. So I don't know. I think humans have this idea of like, we're going to have this grand idea and it's going to be this massive planned invasion or organizational thing. And you're going to go out and you're conquering. And it's like, we're very optimistic to the point where that's way too optimistic and that's way too overreaching. Whereas if you just say, I'm going to do this one little thing really well, you're able to move through that extremely efficiently, and suddenly like you open your eyes and it's like, whoa, I'm done, So I think that's kind of the advice I want to give. Just one step at a time. It doesn't have to be this like all out full scale thing, Just set yourself one small goal, make it easy for yourself, and take one step at a time. So that's all I've got to say. I feel really passionate about this because I love hearing about your guys' goals and your dreams and aspirations. And I want to see you achieve all of them, basically, is what I want. And so just tell yourself, like, you've got this grand goal. It's not wrong to have a grand goal in mind, but then what's the first step to getting here? You know, what is the first little thing that you have to do and do really well? You got to master this before you can get up here. You know what I mean? So yeah, I cannot wait to hear what goals you're setting for yourself, what achievements. Feel free to put down your goal, even if it's just the first step, down below. Keep yourself honest. You know, writing your goal down makes it like a huge amount more likely to come true. As soon as you've like put that energy out there in the world, you're a lot more likely to try and achieve that goal. So like write it down, share it. If you don't feel like that, just write it on a piece of paper. You know, by all means, you don't have to write it down there at all. Yeah, and thank you guys so much for listening. Yeah, if you're interested in talking to me one-on-one, I have OnlyFans, I have Patreon. OnlyFans is not what you think, I swear. I'm a good little boy now. But anyway, please feel free to message me on anything. I will try and respond as quickly as I can, but I'm not super efficient. I'm basically like a 24 hours, you will get a response. But thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. And as always, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.